You take a
Yes.
call when to start.
Yes. So, good evening everyone and welcome to BCBA, Bassein Christian Business Association, an initiative of Bassein Christian Foundation. We all are proud here to have you online again together in this lockdown. And good afternoon to Mr. Clevas Tuscano. I think it is 2:31 p.m. in the afternoon there. In this lockdown, we had many online meetings with many knowledge sharing sessions and 3 virtual site visits. We had great motivational, learned entrepreneur speakers. All of them have given us tremendous support and confidence during these difficult times. Before we commence the proceedings, a gentle request to all of you to please sit at a fixed position where it could be seen clearly if you are using the video, and to keep your surroundings on silent mode and then move to a better internet zone. BCBA म्हणजे एका चळवळीचा प्रवास, ख्रिश्चन उद्योजक आणि व्यावसायिकांचा एका स्वप्नाचा. उपलब्ध संसाधनांचा वापर करून आपल्या समुदायासाठी उद्योजकता कौशल्य तयार करणे आणि एकमेकांची वाढ करणे, पारदर्शकता, वचनबद्धता, उत्कृष्टता आणि विश्वास या तत्वांवर. We are delighted to inform you that BCBA is the largest association of Christian business fraternity in Vasai. It has completed 47 months of its existence with uninterrupted business meetings since its launch on September 10, 2016. Renowned speakers and experts were invited to educate and enlighten our members on various topics. Let us start today's meeting with the prayer. Hey,
Good evening,
Prema. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
So let us pray. हे प्रेमळ पित्या, आम्हा वसईतील सर्व ख्रिश्चन व्यावसायिकांना बसेन ख्रिश्चन असोसिएशनच्या नावाने एकत्रित केल्याबद्दल आम्ही तुझे आभार मानतो. आमच्या असोसिएशनच्या पदाधिकाऱ्यांना तू दूरदृष्टी आणि कृपा दे. त्यांना आलेल्या संकटावर मात करून सभासदांनी चांगल्या तऱ्हेने मार्गदर्शन व प्रेरणा द्यावी म्हणून तुझी विशेष कृपा दे. हे प्रभू येशू, तुझ्या नावाने सभासदांनी ख्रिस्ती मूल्यानुसार एकजुटीने एकमेकांसाठी व्यवसाय संधी निर्माण करून मदत करावी व व्यावसायिक समृद्धीबरोबरच आमची आध्यात्मिक प्रगती व्हावी म्हणून तुझी विशेष कृपा आम्हाला दे. हे पवित्र आत्म्या, आमच्या भावी पिढीतील मुलांना आम्ही आदर्श बनावे. आमच्या व्यावसायिक कार्याद्वारे वसईची व सर्व सभासदांची उत्तरोत्तर प्रगती व्हावी अशी प्रार्थना आम्ही तुझकडे करतो. हे आमच्या स्वर्गीय बापा, तुझे नाव पवित्र मानले जावो. तुझे राज्य हो, जसे स्वर्गात तसेच पृथ्वीवरही तुझी इच्छेप्रमाणे हो. आमची दररोजची भाकर तू आज आम्हाला दे. जसे आम्ही आमच्या अपराध करणाऱ्यांना क्षमा करतो तसेच तूही आमच्या अपराधांची क्षमा कर. आम्हाला मोहात पुढे देऊ नकोस, पण वाईटापासून आम्हाला सोडव. आमेन. Now I request Diana, Nilesh Miniges to say a few words about this. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Varman sir. Now just to introduce about BCBA. BCBA stands for Bassein Christian Business Association, an initiative of Bassein Christian Foundation. So it was formed and commenced its working in September 2016. It has been registered as Bassein Christian Foundation for charitable purpose under Societies Registration Act. The main objective is to unite Christian business persons and create unlimited possibilities for self-employment for the society as a whole. Any Christian business person with business in mind, or aspiring businessman, or a student, or anyone who is ready for business can join this association. Currently, we have 300 plus registered members. Registration fee is just 1,500. That's a one-time registration fee. And registration is also possible online at bcba.co.in/register. We have monthly meetings, monthly networking meetings, and so far we have completed 47 such meetings. And even this lockdown period, we had webinars which were open to all, though these monthly meetings are restricted to members and their guests. So there are various webinars, member presentations, opportunities for stalls, discounts, and sense of belonging to become a part of BCBA. So that's where BCBA, and we invite our all guests to become a part of this association whenever possible for them.
Thank you, Nilesh sir. Thank you so much. I would suggest, request our member Colin sir to introduce and welcome our participants today.
Yeah. So before that, if you give an opportunity, I'll just give a brief background of the participants, and then Colin can welcome them.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So we have overall 65 registrations, which includes 36 BCBA members and 29 guests. All our BCBA members have joined, and I mean, they were aware of this program through the WhatsApp group that we have. And those 29 guests, 10 of them have joined through Facebook and WhatsApp update. There are 14 guests who have been personally invited by our BCBA members. And there are 5 guests who have not specifically updated the source of the information. So just a request to guests that the fields that they get on Google form, those are not just, general purpose fields, but do fill those fields so that we make a proper analysis out of it and then make some better conclusion out of it. So I request now Colin to welcome our members and guests too.
Yeah, good evening everyone, and a warm good afternoon to Mr. Clevas Tuscano from Estonia. I have the pleasure of announcing our participants today. We have Mr. Herman D'Souza, who is our anchor and host for the day. Herman D'Souza from Herman Homes, and his co-host Mrs. Holmes from SGA. Nilesh is from Consulting, Mr. David DeMonte from Giving Best Solutions, Mr. Pius Miranda from Sky Broadband and Miranda Estate, Mrs. Bestie Rubin from Immigration and Education Services, Mrs. Diana Satam from Neil Consultancy Services, and yours truly, Colin Sequeira from D'Souza's Best Homes. Then we have Mr. Dominic Castellino from Star Electronic Concepts, Salome Gonsalves from Tender and Spices, Mrs. Amita Carvalho from Amita's Classes, Mr. Neville Carvalho from Carmine Communications LLP, Mr. John Pinto from TechFlow Engineers, Jocelyn Nunes from Creative Station, Mr. Eldred Falcao from Bassein Furnishings, Mr. Jichu Davis from RR Transformers and Equipments, Mr. Bron Dabre from Cornerstone Financial Advisory, Ms. Sunita De Mello from Manuel Alfonso Builder. Then we have Ms. Velencani Lopez from VA Lopez and Associates, Mr. Rajesh Rodriguez from MR Packaging and Support Services, Mr. Edsel D'Souza and Velencani are our new members. A warm welcome to them for the first webinar. Edsel D'Souza from DB Tech, Mr. Julian Sequeira from Gushing Waters, Mr. Raymond Colasso from Ray Foods, Mr. Glenn Mascarenas from Meet and Greet Gifts Private Limited. Then we have the dynamic Eric Fonseca from MEBT Glass, Rosly Almeida from Design Theatre, Melroy Frank from Sci-Fi, George De Silva from Gijan Spot Service, the one and only King Edward from King Edward Entertainment, Dominic D'Souza from Fauzi Sport Training, Hilda D'Souza from Sushegat, and Eric was from Brysola. Then we have the quintessential Prakash Almeida, Sir, from Knowledge Fountain, Dennis Diabrio from Denitech Computers, Clifton Toscano from Thermovision Technologies, and our dear, good Raymond de Souza, sir, from Passion Prona, coach and business strategist. This completes our list for the day. A warm welcome to one and all. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Colin, sir.
Okay.
Now I request our member, Bestie ma'am, to introduce our presenter today, Clevas. Over to Bestie.
Thank you very much, Herman. It is my pleasure to welcome my friend and a fellow member of BCBA, Clevas Tuscano. He is a BCBA member living in Tallinn, which is the capital of Estonia. Estonia is the world's most advanced digital nation. Clevas Tuscano is a mechanical engineer and MBA in marketing management with 13 plus years of experience in international sales and marketing in industrial engineering, lubricants, chemicals, IT and startup ecosystem, international partnerships, business consultancy, and more. He has 10 years of entrepreneurial experience with his company, Inventure Resources, in India, representing German and Italian companies in metal sector, as well as being an authorized CFA of HPCL in Thane and Palghar district for industrial as well as automotive lubricants. Clevas Tuscano, the presenter for today, is the founder and president of Indo Baltic Chamber of Commerce and Industry, Estonia, which promotes bilateral trade and commerce between India and Europe. IBCCI supports Indian entrepreneurs and businesses to enter into European markets via Estonia by opening a fully trusted European company completely online. Clevas, it is a pleasure to welcome you today, and also thank you for consenting to take us through this tour. We are all sitting here in Vasai, fastening our seat belts to enter right into Estonia without any visas and without any tickets. Are you all excited? And I'm sure we are all looking forward to it. And over to you, Clevas.
Thank you very much, Bestie. And
Just a second, if I
Yes,
take
please.
just 1 minute, there are two hands were raised. Raymond sir, you wanted to say something before we start?
No, nothing.
Okay.
I must have put up by mistake.
All right.
I'm just waiting to hear Clevas.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All
very
right,
much.
please go ahead. Sorry.
So thank you very much, Bestie, and all the management team. I welcome and real namaskar to BCBA family, friends, business people, ladies and gentlemen, and also the guests for your time that you have dedicated today during this stressful time that we all have been going through. Though we have been quite fortunate here in Estonia, as we have social distancing, which is quite the norm here. And at the same time, number of cases were less than 2,000. So welcome to Estonia via IBCCI and the land of most advanced digital nation in the world. Yes, as we say, I would like to also quickly introduce a small Indian restaurant that I'm sitting here, which is owned by an Indian family. I would like to show you. I mean, generally when we say that Indians are there, they generally go to US or all English-speaking nations. But I would like to show you right in the middle of city, they have this wonderful restaurant called as Asian Aroma, which is owned by an Indian family. And they are here since the last 2 decades, 20 years. And this restaurant was opened in year 2004. And since then, it's been running very successfully. They have a lot of outdoor, takeaways. I'll just quickly show you to give you a gist of how this restaurant is, though it had just opened up. And this is the entrance. Just a quick overview for you. and they have some Indian tea, the brand called as Cha. Also, they have a daily special menu, which is €4.20, and that you have orange chicken with peanuts and rice or noodles. So that you can eat in €4.20. And this is just a small setting that I would like to show you the interior. And they have been doing quite well. Also during coronavirus, they had wonderful takeaways. And you can see this also small interior here. So just to tell you, even though Estonia is relatively unknown to most of Indians or rest of the world, you'll also see that there are more than 25 Indian restaurants just in the capital, that is Tallinn. And there is ample of opportunity for a lot of people to come here. The e-residency, the latest innovation, or the first of its kind, has been introduced by the government of Estonia, and e-residency allows and welcomes the global entrepreneurs to come to Estonia and set up their own businesses completely online. So right now it is the only country in the world where you can set up your business completely online without even moving out of your house or office. So meanwhile, as I'm walking to the main city center or the old town, I would like to start with a small presentation that we have, and then later on it will be followed by Q&A. So meanwhile, you can also enjoy the beauty around. Yes, I would like to request, yes, as Nilesh has put forward, and everyone can view this, I would like to start a small story about Estonia. So Estonia is Northern Europe's hub for knowledge and digital business. It has a population of just 1.3 million, that is 13 lakhs, with the area close to 45,000 square kilometer, which is roughly, say, 5,000 square kilometer bigger than that of Holland. But the population of Holland is 1.8 crores, whereas Estonia is just 13 lakh. So it gives a lot of space to Estonians, and social distancing, as you can see, this is right in the city center, Old Town. You will not see anybody wearing the mask. Still, you'll see that there are no people. So social distancing by itself is the norm here in Estonia. Now, the currency of Estonia is Euro. It is a member of European Union, Eurozone, OECD, NATO, and Schengen. So if you are in Estonia, you don't have to worry. You can travel to any part of European Union without having any special visa. So we go to the next slide. Yes. Just some key indicators about Estonia. So you can see that the entire country is covered by broadband, and Estonia is the first country to announce the right to broadband or internet as the basic human right. So you'll see that everywhere you'll see broadband connection, and internet is widely used by all the people. Even the elderly people were given special training to operate and learn how to use digital services, e-governance services. So you'll see that 99% state services are offered online. So only 3 things cannot be done online in Estonia. One is you can't get married online. Second is you can't divorce online. And third is you cannot buy a huge property online. Apart from all these 3, whatever you can think of can be done online in Estonia. So 98% of population has ID.
Clevas,
Yes, please.
Clevas, there is some I think internet issue. We missed the second part. I think 3 out of 3 issues. The second.
Okay. So the second is you. For example, the first one is that you can't get married online. you cannot get divorced online. And third one is you cannot buy a property, real estate property online. Apart from this, rest all can be done online in Estonia. Is it clear?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Very clear, no problem.
Okay. Yes. Then you also see that the first country to use blockchain technology on national level. So it's their own government which allows to use blockchain at all the services. 5 days and 2% of GDP per year is saved by going digitally. That is, they do all places digital signatures and they save 2% of GDP, which they invest again in their digital infrastructure. And 50% of the population uses the iVoting, that is voting over internet. The first country in the world to vote over internet. Imagine if our country or even a small state from India gets into this, we will have a huge saving. So we go to the next slide, please. Yes. Now, digital business environment. 99% of the companies here are established online. 99% of banking is done online. 96% of people and companies also pay taxes online. So tax declaration by most of Estonians, around 96% of Estonians, is done online in 3 minutes. It takes just 3 minutes to file your tax declaration. You'll see that e-residency, as I said earlier, gives a freedom to any person, irrespective of its like his or her nationality, to run a global European company completely online. So you can see that I'm already in the city center, right in the city center.
Bassein Business Association.
And this is where the Freedom Square is, where yesterday, in fact, Estonia celebrated its 29th Independence Day after its independence from Russia. So this place is called as Vabaduse Valiak, which means a Republic Square here. And this is also where the best preserved old town or medieval town is, one of the best preserved in Europe. So generally we have a lot of tourists, but this year, as you can see, because of coronavirus, there are no tourists, I mean, compared to all the previous years. Yeah, we go to the next slides. Meanwhile, you can enjoy the beauty around. Yes, we are talking about e-residency, which, for example, is the first of its kind. There are e-residents from more than now 167 countries, around 70,000 plus e-residents globally, and more than 70,000 companies registered by these e-residents in Estonia. Plus, with this, what you get is online bank account. You don't have to come again to verify yourself to open a bank account for your company. And with this bank account, you can hold multiple currencies in your account, and you can transfer or convert them as per your convenience with a click of a button from your app. So this is St. John's Church, which is one of the prominent one of the prominent churches that are present here. But at the same time, Estonia is the least religious country in the world. So around 90% or more people do not have any official religion, or they are atheist. We go to the next slide. You can see some of the business ranking for Estonia in doing business. So you can see the first, let's say, by New Zealand and other countries, and Estonia ranks 12th. Yeah, we go to the next slide, please. A very important point here from taxation point of view, and which will be quite interesting for most of Indian business people, is there is no corporate income tax on retained or reinvested profit. That means if your company earns a profit and you don't withdraw that profit or you just retain on your account, then there is 0% corporate tax compared to India, where we have such corporate tax, and also other countries like Finland, Germany, Sweden. And that is one of the reasons that a lot of these citizens are running or establishing their companies in Estonia to take care or make the advantage of such a competitive tax structure. It makes Estonia the most competitive tax structure in the entire European Union as well as OECD region. So we are just entering this old town, which is the biggest tourist attraction, the most expensive place or location, and also the main city center. This miraculously was saved brings in good sunlight today. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we go to the next slide. Just a moment. Yes. Education. As we were talking about the growth of any country or Estonia, there is no doubt that education plays the most important role. And there is no doubt that Estonia realized that at the very beginning. When they got independence in 1991, first thing what they did was they realized that they had no manpower and also they had no revenue or money power to run the government services as well as to have the physical infrastructure to provide e-governance or government solutions to its citizens and residents. So they started teaching and training their citizens. And from there till today, now if you see, they have made a giant leap where Estonia ranks the highest in Pisa ranking. So if you just Google Pisa, P-I-S-A, which is Program for International Students Assessment, you will see that Estonia ranks highest in European Union, only after China, Singapore, and its territories like Hong Kong, Macau, and Estonia ranks the next one, ahead of Finland and Canada. So we are just walking down here to the main town square, which is called as Raikoja-Platz. Okay, and just to inform you also that computer programming, 3D printing, and robotics have been taught in school to the students in Estonia. Now just a small, yes, you can see this on the screen. Now you can quickly check, next slide, yes, a small comparison between India and Estonia. The population is in fact 0.1% of India with 1.3 million, that is 13 lakh people, but there are 1.9 million mobiles. The Estonian GDP, you can see, is 47.80 billion US dollars. So it is in fact 16% of Indian GDP. And Indian GDP is more than now 3 trillion. And Estonian per capita, you can see, is 36,710 compared to Indian per capita of 9,000 US dollars. So I'm just reaching now the main town square. This is the most visited place in Estonia for the tourist. And as I mentioned, we don't have too many tourists because of coronavirus, but you can see that no person is wearing a face mask. And this was the same right from the beginning, even when pandemic hit Estonia here. So people have been enjoying their relative freedom of movement and enjoying the life as usual. Okay, some of the pictures. Thank you for showing some pictures where, we had a visit of our Vice President, Mr. Venkaya Naidu, and along with some business delegation, you can see. Yes, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, you are.
Yes, okay. Yeah, so yes. You just come to the slide, just a minute. Yes, and we go to the next slide. Just a minute. Okay, some top exports of Estonia to the world. You can read by yourself, and the trade partners, which is like, you can see Finland, Sweden, Latvia, Russia, Germany, and Lithuania. Whereas in the next slide, you will also learn about the top imports from India to Estonia, and some of the top imports from Estonia to India as well. So these are few things. Definitely the slides will be shared and you can have a look in detail. So meanwhile, I would like to quickly show you this Raekoja Platz, which is the main city center. And here we also have an Indian restaurant called as Maharaja, run by a Punjabi person, a Sardarji, who has been here also since 3 decades, 30 years, and running it very successfully. And right now, also all the other events that are held for Indian community are held here. And also the catering is done by Maharaja Restaurant. This is the restaurant that you can see here, Maharaja Restaurant. Okay, so we go to the next slide, please. Key sectors. What are the key sectors when we talk about business in Estonia? So ICT, that is internet communication technology. Then transport and logistics, as Estonia is very strategically located between northern, western, and eastern Europe. So from here, where I am in Tallinn, 375 kilometers is St. Petersburg, one of the second biggest city in Russia, is just 375 kilometers. Helsinki, which is the capital of Finland, is just 90 kilometers. And to the west, we also have Sweden, Stockholm, and to the south, we have other Baltic states. So you can cover rest of Europe in just 2 hours of flight from here. So it's very strategically located, and that is one of the reasons it was ruled by multiple countries like Denmark, Germany, Russia, again Germany, and again Russia. And then finally it got its independence. Okay, so these are some sectors: business services, machinery and metalworking, electronics, woodworking, food industry. Thank you. Please, we go to the next slide. Yes, transport and logistics. So as I mentioned rightly, this is a very important segment, and there are a lot of German companies, in fact, who are present here in this sector. And there is tremendous growth and opportunity for this sector to grow here in Estonia as well. We go to the next sector, next slide. So the biggest project of date in whole of Baltic is called as Rail Baltic, which is going to connect Estonia to Latvia, its neighbor in south, another Baltic state, and from there to Lithuania, which is again southernmost state of Baltic. And from there, it will be connecting to Poland. So connecting these 3 countries to rest of European Union. and with the investment of 3.5 billion euro. So this is where also there is a lot of opportunity. There are a lot of projects, right from design, consultancy, erection and commissioning, supply, where a lot of Indian businesses can participate. And we'll be very happy to help Indian companies to participate in these kinds of projects. I guess the next slide will be the last slide. Yes. So the presentation is over. Thank you very much for your attention. And IBCCI welcomes you to register your trusted European company in Estonia, completely online, and enjoy world's best digital business infrastructure. So if you have any other questions, please contact us as per the details given here, and we'll be very happy to help you to launch your Estonian company completely online. You don't have to move out of your office or your home. You don't have to take the risk of getting corona or any other thing. And the cost of incorporation of company also is the lowest in European Union that you can have by saving your time, money, and efforts. So once again, thank you for your attention. I will show you quickly around some beautiful view as we are passing by. But meanwhile, if you would like to have some questions, definitely you can ask them. It depends on the committee whether we can have the questions now.
Yeah, we can have
I move
questions
around and show you a few things.
Yeah, we can have
Yes.
questions on chat. And Besti, can you please take over those questions to Clevas?
Yes, please.
Clevas, please don't stop the video. I don't want to come back.
Yes. No, I'm not stopping the video. The video is on, and I'm just taking you to even much better view from where you can see much better view. So I'm just walking uphill here in Old Town.
I was feeling little depressed when you said you are stopping and concluding the presentation.
No. I mean, the presentation, the slides are over, but I'm going to show you more things here. So don't worry about it.
Because we already have,
Yes.
most of them have already are into Estonia. So we don't want to come
Yes.
back so far.
I know. Now you can see beautiful sky view, which I'm going to show you.
Clevas, there is a question from Joel. Are there
Please.
Indian students in Estonia in the medical colleges? Are there medical colleges?
So, good question by Joy. Thank you. And there are a lot of Indian students. I mean, you cannot compare that to countries like US, UK, or Germany because of their bigger nature. But the number of students are really growing here because Estonia, as I mentioned, is the best in European Union for quality of education. And
Okay.
that is the reason that a lot of students, mainly in IT, are coming
Okay.
to Estonia. So there are a lot of students that I know from India, which have come after even just their 12th. They have done their 12th, and they have come here to do their BTech in cybersecurity, in governance, and other IT courses. And then they have gone ahead to do their masters in MTech and all here in computer science. And even during finishing their, say, BTech, they have also got a job because here the local population is very small, and Estonia has really grown very well in last decade, and that has created huge job opportunities mainly in IT sector. And as you have seen, I walked around the main city square and everywhere, and this is the medieval wall, which is dating back to 12th century, and it is still very well preserved. We have one restaurant inside, and definitely with small fee we can go up here in this place and take a walk in this medieval town.
It's really beautiful. And Can I
you.
continue with the next question?
Please, next question, please.
Anil Gracious wants to know how friendly are the business or import policies for businesses set up by Indians in Estonia as compared to other European countries?
Yes. Now, the thing is, there is no, thank you for this question, Anil, and there is no distinguishing factor here, or there is no distinguish being done between Indian companies or Indian entrepreneurs or, let's say, other companies. The moment you establish a company in Estonia, it is considered as an Estonian company, whether the owner is Indian, German, Estonian, or American, doesn't matter. So we have a lot of now companies being established by outsiders than Estonians because of e-residency.
Okay, very nice.
Thank
So
you.
thank you, Clevas. Prakash Almeida asks, is there any scope for exporting agricultural products such as cooking oils?
Yes, there is good scope, very good scope for agricultural produce, as Estonia is, the major season in Estonia is winter. So in winter we have minus 20, 25 degrees and most of the time covered in snow. So there is a great demand for agricultural products produce, and these products are generally coming, unfortunately, from South America. For example, all the bananas here, they come from South America, even though it is farther to Estonia than, say, India. But unfortunately, I have not seen Indian bananas coming here. And also, most of the produce comes from Holland and other countries than from India. But I know one gentleman from India who is from Bombay, who has established his company through e-residency and is going to move in here from 1st of September with his family, and he is into the business of agricultural produce. So, I mean, he could be also a good point of contact to supply something, and he could, in fact, supply it further here. So this is a very famous, sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt you. This
There
is
are lots of questions coming up
please,
for you.
we will take, but this is just a Russian church called as Alexander Nevsky Church. Just wanted to show you, built by the Russians before they left to leave their impression. Yeah, please, next question.
Yes, it's really beautiful, Clevas. And
Thank
there's
you.
a question from Ken. Can you provide details of how do we get started with business registration in Estonia?
Yes, a very good question and very basic. The answer is also very simple. How you can start is you have to apply for e-residency. The first step is to apply for e-residency. And I'm very happy to also inform you that there are a couple of e-residents among our BCBA members. So if you would like to know, you can contact them directly or contact me, and I'll be very happy to inform you. And they will also give you more information about this process. Process is very simple. Apply online. It is e-residency website, which is also mentioned in this slides. And just half an hour, less than half an hour, by uploading your passport copy, your photograph, and paying €120 online, you can apply for e-residency. And once the card is ready, you have to go and pick it up from New Delhi Embassy, Estonian Embassy in New Delhi. And the moment, this process takes 1.5 months to 2 months. And once you have this card in hand, that's all. The same day, same moment, you can establish your company in Estonia, completely online. You just have to call us or email us that this is the name of the company and make a small payment, and that's all. Your company is up and running in Estonia, followed by bank account.
So at the same time, Clevas, is it easy for somebody to relocate to Estonia? Is it easy?
Yes, kind of easy. If you show some investment and some transactions, then it is easy. Based on that, then you can apply for visas or resident permits.
Neville here would like to know if there is scope for business communication consultancy services. He would like to offer that in Estonia. What is the scope of that?
Yes, if it is mainly in IT, as you know, most of these businesses, business environment here in Estonia is IT. Then everything here has scope in IT, and there is tremendous demand. And if your costs are competitive, and I'm sure which are, because being from India, definitely you have a very good cost competitive advantage here in Estonia. Thank you.
Yes.
And this is
John-
the parliament, I'm sorry, but the parliament of Estonia, called as Rigi Koku. So the president, the prime minister, and all, they generally visit here, and the parliament meetings take place here. Yes, please.
Does Estonia give citizenship?
Yes, definitely. Estonia gives citizenship. The process is that first you have to apply, and there has to be a reason if it is based on, let's say, work, or let's say for business. If it is for, let's say, business, then you have to show certain transactions or certain investments. And based on that, definitely you can apply. The process can be somewhere to actually have a citizenship. I mean, there is a difference in residency permit or residence permit and citizenship. So the citizenship process, because you actually will hold an Estonian passport, takes roughly around 7 years. Whereas a residency permit, which will not give you passport but and voting rights, rest all rights like a typical Estonian, will be same. You'll have the free healthcare, you will have free education for your children, and also a free public transportation. This will be applicable even based on residence permit. So you don't have to be a citizen, because for citizenship, like all other European countries, you have to speak little, at least 2 levels, A1 and A2 of Estonian language. Yes, please.
Okay.
Next question.
Yes. So Colin would like to know, what is the scope for logistics?
Yes, as I mentioned, and also as you have seen in the slides, that the scope for logistics is tremendous, because Tallinn is very important port here, and airport is also very well connected. There are a number of growing connections being established every month, in fact, and they were growing very rapidly till the time of Corona, and this sector is growing very, very quickly. So there is a huge scope, and if you establish a small office here, definitely you will be able to provide a very good service to your European as well as Indian customers.
Okay.
Thank
Glenn
you.
Mascarenhas would like to know if there is a demand for leather goods.
Yes, in fact, there is a good demand for leather goods. Please refer also some slides, and a lot of textile and leather goods. Generally, as you know, the biggest producer is China for textile, followed by Bangladesh. And unfortunately, India ranks after, Bangladesh and China, 4th number. But a lot of textile and these handicraft and also leather goods come from a lot of countries, including Italy or France. So there is a good demand.
And
Yes,
is
I would
India...
like to, yeah, please.
Yes.
Yeah, please. What I would like to also add here is one small statement, which will be quite useful for every one of us. That, for example, Estonia, I mean, take Europe as India, right? And Estonia can be a state called as Pondicherry in India. But if you open your company in Pondicherry or even in Vasai, you will never say Vasai is my market, I'm going to sell only in Vasai. No, your market will never be Vasai. I mean, if you want to grow to a great level, then you will always go to Bombay, you'll go to other cities and rest of India. Same way, if you are in Estonia, don't only concentrate on Estonia. Definitely, you can start from Estonia, but you have to, look at other rich markets. As I said, the closest country from Estonia is Finland. I'm sure you all know Finland by Nokia, right?
Yes.
And just to give you an example, I'm just giving a quick example. It takes 15 or 20 minutes by flight from here to their country, say capital called as Helsinki. And we have luxurious cruises flying between these two capitals, taking 90 minutes. But if you buy anything here in Tallinn and the same thing you buy in Helsinki, the price will be 1.5 to 2 times. So the Finnish people, they take this cruise, they come to Tallinn in the morning, they enjoy the time in Estonia, Old Town, enjoy the food here because it's a lot cheaper. Because here, as you have seen in this Indian restaurant, it was €4.20 for your lunch. Whereas in Finland, similar Indian restaurant would charge you 12 to 15 euros. So you can just see the difference. So you should always look at other markets like rich Scandinavia, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Finland as your market, and Germany, France, of course. Yes, please.
Yes, so there is a very relevant question that even I connected to. How good is the country in terms of security, socializing, and legal action to protect outside businessmen? This question is from Ronald.
Okay, thank you for this question, Ronald. See, Estonia boasts itself for very low corruption and crime rate. And you'll also see that, I mean, this is irrespective, but you'll see also now in Tallinn or in Estonia, especially in Tallinn, their capital, you have 60 to 65% gender ratio as ladies, making it extremely safe, even for families to move around. Okay, the businesses are protected very well. Okay, and there is no problem for even outsiders to feel any indifference when you have businesses here in Estonia. Yes, thank you. This is a good overview here, and you can watch some cruise there, which goes from here to Stockholm, that is in Sweden, or from here to Helsinki, that is Finland. Yes, please.
What we see there is Finland. What do you say?
No, I'm saying the cruise. You may say a small cruise there. I mean, it's a quite big cruise.
Which body of water is that we see? Is that the sea?
Yeah, this is yes, this one here. Can you see a cruise here at my fingertip? That is a cruise, and that is the sea there. It is called as Bay of Finland. So just when you cross that and go there, these cruises take 90 minutes from here to reach Finland. That is Helsinki. That's all.
That's wonderful.
And we are in Scandinavia. Yes.
Okay, that's wonderful. That's really nice.
Yes, definitely. So if you are here, it makes sense to go to Finland and have a look. I mean, everything becomes twice expensive than here.
That you mentioned of Pondicherry, Clevas, it does resemble Pondicherry a lot.
Yes, correct.
Any more questions you have for Clevas?
Yeah, so we have taken all the relevant questions. Some are quite personal. For Jujo's question of electrical equipment and transformer equipments, is there an opportunity?
Yes, there is opportunity, because I know Jijo, because I was also during meetings, I had met him, and HPCL transformer oil. So that's how I know that he's into transformer. So there is a good demand because there are big companies like ABB, Ericsson, and these companies here producing. But definitely what we have to see is we have to be very careful about the quality of the equipment. If we have a good quality
of
the equipment,
in this 1 hour, how much area of Estonia or Tallinn have you covered walking?
I have covered, I mean, at least, the major area, which is generally, you have to see that Tallinn can be something like Virar Vasai, okay?
Yes.
And in that, you are from the center, the airport where I'm here, airport is just 10 minutes by road, 10 minutes, or even by metro, just 10 minutes. The railway station is 10 minutes from here, and all the residential suburbs will also be 15 minutes maximum. So it's very convenient, and the best gift, or if you ask me what is the best thing that Estonia offers you or any individual, is the gift of time, okay? Because you do not spend so much time or do not waste time traveling so far, and all things are done digitally here. That makes your life very, very easy, and it is very convenient. Yes.
Okay. Thanks a lot, Clevas. We will wind up now. Any further questions, you can contact Clevas directly on the number and the email ID mentioned.
Please, and you can send them the details or slides and all. and contact details.
Yeah, Clevas is a BCBA member, and we can anytime contact Clevas. You can even contact Nilesh sir or any of the committee members or myself for any other
Right.
further details you want of Clevas.
Yes,
So over to now, Nilesh sir, do you want to take the poll?
Yeah, now that we have learned about Estonia,
Right.
so at the end there is a, I mean, it's like assessment. Let's see how, what do we remember?
Correct.
So if you allow, I can go ahead with the poll.
Yes, we have to be very fast because then I have to hand over to Payal sir for the last final Thanksgiving.
All right. So as Clevas mentioned, Pisa ranking, the Program for International Students Assessment, is a worldwide study. And what is the rating that Estonia is getting for 2018 and 19? So that we have, I mean, there was a slide on this. Pisa ranking is Program for International Students Assessment. So it is a worldwide ranking. While India is not there in top 75, what we have understood from Clevas, you can just select one option. So the poll is Estonian ranking in the world. So we have 10 more seconds to close this poll. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Surprisingly, only 43 of our members have responded to it. Now 51. So I am ending the poll. And here are the results. So Clevas, if you are here, you would like to comment on this?
Yes, definitely. So thank you very much for this poll, and also rightly said that the answer is first. Estonia ranks #1 in PISA ranking. Here, I mean, among European Union. So this is the right answer.
All right, all right. Thank you, Clevas.
Thank you very much.
Just to
Yes.
update, I think there was some misunderstanding. Though it could be #1 in Europe,
Yeah,
probably
it
the
could
question
be-
was for the world.
Yes,
So
then it
probably,
will be.
yeah,
Right.
it could be 5. And
Yes.
the first 3 countries are China and its territorial countries. And that's
Right.
where Estonia is 5th in the world, but first in Europe.
Right. That's right. Absolutely.
Thank you,
Now,
Varman sir.
Thank you, Clevas. Thank you, Nilesh. Thank you for the lovely poll. We will proceed immediately after Payal gives Thanksgiving to the restaurant Maharaja for dinner. Everybody,
Yes. Everybody is most welcome to join us for wonderful dinner.
Clevas is going to host the dinner first. So stay online till Payal sir completes his Thanksgiving, and then we proceed towards Maharaja.
Yeah. Before that, we will have some small announcement as well.
Yes.
Yes, yes, Nilesh. Over to Payal sir. Is Payal sir muted?
दोन्ही म्हणू एक शूज खूप होते एक कुकरमध्ये दिले पण मोठे होते.
Nilesh sir, can you please take over?
Yeah, no, meanwhile, admin team gets in touch with Payal sir. Let me announce about the next webinar that we have on 28th of August. The
Okay.
topic is again relevant for, I mean, I can say the extension of today's site visit. The topic is journey of entrepreneurship from an individual to creating an institution. And we have our own coach Raymond D'Souza who will be guiding us on this topic. Coach Raymond D'Souza is a BCBA member and a passionpreneur coach and business strategist. So we will have the same time next Friday, 28th of August, evening 5 to 6 p.m. These webinars are open to everyone, and not only to BCBA members or Christians, but these webinars are open to everyone. So invite your guests from all over, say professors or housewives or working people. Everyone can join this webinar. So Pius Miranda sir, over to you.
Okay. Thank you. Hello. Yes, thank you very much. Should I
please.
continue? Take over. Hello.
Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Clevas Tuscano.
Thank you
And
very
that's
much.
the end of our journey to Estonia. And thank you for taking us virtual tour to Estonia. One of the most beautiful country in the world, most advanced digitally. And we are still enjoying the journey. It's not only because it's beautiful, but free of cost. And thank you very much.
My pleasure.
Secondly, we would like to thank a guest who has made it, this meeting. Then the committee members, working committee members, and of course, finally, the other members, remaining members. Thank you very much. Over to Nilesh.
Thank you, Pius sir. And as Harman sir mentioned, what time we need to meet at Maharaja. I have done my announcement for next webinar, and next announcement for the restaurant Maharaja will be done by our actor and BCBA member Harman D'Souza.
Yes.
Thank you, Neil sir. Thank you.
Sure.
As long as Clevas sir is walking Estonian street, we can continue being online for. And if Clevas sir is there to take some questions and discussion, participants can talk to him directly.
Definitely, I'll be very happy to take some more questions. I have time. Okay, and I would like to also show you the railway station, Central Railway Station.
I had one question.
Please.
I think it was not answered. Do they
Sorry?
have the different system of their own? Being a very small country, different system, military. How do they defend themselves?
Yes. They have their own army. They have their own army, for sure. Yes, can you hear me?
Being
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have their own army. Definitely, they have their own army, and they are being a small country also because they are part of NATO, so they have their own army as well.
Different system. Okay. And one more question. What about the scope for agricultural product, Indian agriculture product like mango? That could be. Is there any scope for that?
Yes, there is. I mean, I answered this, but definitely there is a scope for mangoes because a lot of people are asking. In fact, this year, because of coronavirus and all, things didn't work out well. But there is a good scope for Indian mangoes because most of the mangoes that they come here are mainly from South America. And believe me, they are nothing in comparison to what we have from India. And I'm at the Central Railway Station where you can see the trains. It's all very connected. Yes, please. If you have some more questions, you can ask me.
Now the only question remaining is when do we come there?
Yes, you can come anytime. I've taken you virtually, definitely here. But we are waiting also for the actual borders to open. They opened some more borders, but unfortunately, India is not included because of coronavirus, high number of cases. But we hope. This is one thing I would like to show you, which is quite famous in Estonia. For example, you have received your, say, shop. I mean, you have shopped something on Flipkart. And let's say your mobile is arriving and the person calls you up asking you, for example, Herman, where are you? I would like to deliver your mobile. And you're like, oh, I'm in Bombay and I cannot come home. And there is nobody home. So here we have these automated systems where you'll have your own rack and, you know, the delivery person comes and enters the code here with mobile and scans here, and one rack opens automatically, tuck, like this. He puts that, your mobile, and then he leaves. And when you are coming here from railway station, you can just come here and show your barcode, and you can take your mobile phone anytime, 24/7. So this is also very convenient technology here. Yes.
That is too good. Yes, that's too good.
You may experience something now with this gentleman.
Yes.
Yes. Please.
Let us have it on record.
Yes. Please. Meanwhile, if you have other questions, you can. He is entering some code, and you'll see. Will open. Yes. Please.
Yeah, there's some question from someone. I think. Yeah. Anyway, Clevas, when do you think we will be able to plan our visit, which we had already planned, and then due to some reasons it was delayed? So can we have it in next year, early next year, January, February? What do you think?
Yeah, I think. See, the best time to also visit here, because coming from India, it will be too cold here during winter time. So we will have something like minus 10, 15 degrees. So it's better that we plan something in April or May, because this is the time in India when we have summer and everybody wants to quickly, come out of this heat and enjoy European summer, which is quite cool. And, you can enjoy this kind of a greenery, because once we have the winter, then that's all. I mean, all this greenery is gone, and then it will be always cold. So you may not really enjoy that. So it's better we can plan something in April or May. May is also good if it is going to have like some vacation and all, something like that.
So, in April, May, if we plan, how many days do we need to be planning for? Minimum to, if we have to get all the business visits done, all the business presentation done with the, and then total site visit with nearby 1 or 2 visiting countries in Europe. How much that will be? How much days we will need? How many days?
See, we can. I mean, as you rightly said, first we have to see how many days you want to spend or how many countries you want to visit. So what we could do is we could visit Finland, which is 1 day. You leave in the morning by cruise, and you come back in the evening at night. Okay, by same cruise. Okay, so you can visit Finland in 1 day. Then you can visit, say, Estonia in 2-3 days. And maybe if you want to go to another country, which is Latvia, Riga, the capital, you can also do it in 2 days. You leave in the morning, reach there in 4 hours, and next evening you leave from there. So a week is good time because it will give you good time to go around, and a week is good. And it won't be that expensive also if it is just 1 week. Yes. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, Clevas.
Yes, please. If you have some more questions, you can ask. But if you're planning to come in April or May, we have to start planning. It's better we start planning, transacting from Jan or Feb. That will be good to have ample of time for processing visa and other things.
True.
Yeah.
What could be the approximate cost of travel and stay?
Yes, so if you are talking about something like 1 week, if you are talking about 1 week, then 1 week, if we are prepared, I mean, definitely it will be lesser, but if we are prepared, then it is better to keep a figure of 1.5 lakhs to be on a safer side. 1.5 lakhs.
But Clevas, I think when we come to April time, that time the cost will always be little plus minus. So if we plan accordingly, that time the cost can be minimum cost can be declared. No.
Right. And see, definitely. I mean, this is a possibility for sure. But if you come a little bit in say March or April, when it's not even summer but not even too cold, then you can have better prices. But yes, this is a tentative figure that you can keep in mind. somewhere between 1.5 lakhs, like 1.2 to 1.5 lakhs. That will be a good.
What we have in mind in BCBA is a group of BCBA coming together. So the price will little bit can be
Yes.
economical.
Definitely. See, if we come in a group, we will definitely have better pricing. And see, this I have given on a higher side. It can be plus minus, definitely, but mostly it will be less than what I have mentioned. So, yes, we can keep this figure in mind.
Great. Actually, we had, for information of all the participants, we had already planned a trip to Estonia last year. Due to some
Right.
reasons, we couldn't go ahead with it. But
Right.
soon we are going to get it done by next year, most of it.
Wonderful.
We have our own tables there to guide us, and
Sure.
that our trip is very fruitful there. So in
Yes,
future, we
definitely.
are BCBA planning to go to Estonia. That's sure.
Yes, definitely. I've entered in the tram just to show you, and they generally have this smart card which you can take, and the public transport is free. So you have to just tap like this. That's all. As you can see, that's all. Okay, this is how you can travel in Estonia in all modes of public transportation. So I'm currently in the tram, but same way you can use the same card in bus or in train. And this is very convenient to travel. And I'm showing you quickly local market here, Baltic, as it is called as, and I can show you quickly around also. This is where the local produce and even other fruits and vegetables, meat, fish, and other things are being sold. And this is like the Crawford market, but obviously a smaller version of Crawford market compared to actual Crawford market. And this area used to be something like, no man's land. Nobody was living here as it was considered as very far. But now this has become a major hub for startups. So most of the startups have their offices here, and they operate from here, from this place. It is called as Teleskivi. So public transportation is very, very convenient. Wherever you are, generally, you don't have to wait more than 5 minutes for your next public transport. So whether it is bus, tram, or train, it will be there. And just to tell you, it is free of cost for the citizens and residents to travel in the public transportation. Yes.
That's really wonderful.
And here there is one hostel which they have made in a container. You can see the shipping container, and also this building they have converted into a hostel, youth hostel, where you can live. And this is right in city center, right? This church, the dome that you see is was the tallest church in Europe at that time, till the time then the next ones were built. And I'm still in the city, you can see. And this hostel, if we stay something like this in the hostel, then definitely it doesn't cost so much as if we are going to be bachelors. I mean, if you're not going to come with your family, then staying in these kinds of hostels also would lower our cost. Okay. Yes. So maybe I
Lots
can
of
show
effort
you.
from you, Clevas,
No, thank you.
in
Thank you
showing
very
us
much.
around Thailand.
No,
I'm
thank
very
you very
sure
much.
that you have covered most of the city by now.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, quite a lot. And
Quite a lot.
do we have a hostel is open now? Yeah, this.
Yeah, it's open. Yeah.
Is it possible to show some room or something, please? And do we have some also for something for family and also for bachelors? Okay, please. Yeah, thank you. Yes, please. If you have some questions, you can ask me.
Are we going to get to see the accommodation now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Could you? Which way? This way?
The 40, number 40.
Number?
Number 40.
Number 40. Yeah.
The door is open.
Yeah, door is open.
Yeah.
Thank you. And this is all containerized, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, great. And what is the price per person?
It depends.
But
on the
let's
weekend, it's like 50, 55 euros
per person.
per person.
Yeah. And for the Okay. Okay, I come back. Have a look. Yes. So I'm going to even show you the container. How is it? Okay. So I hope you can see it clearly. And 40. Yes. So see, you can see the containers, shipping.
Clevas, what was the cost told, Clevas?
Here I asked this lady, she said it is, just a minute, where is 40 number? She said per person it is 50 euro, but we have other deals obviously which will be
50 euro
cheaper,
per month or per day it goes about?
No, per day or something. Okay. Per day. It is expensive as they have made this and it's quite posh. You can see the interior.
Okay.
I mean, this
It's
is
expensive, truly.
Yeah, this is expensive, I would say. But
It's like a hotel in Mumbai.
Yes. But what I have seen is we have similar hostels where it can be something like 10 euro per day. It is like 800 or 900 rupees per person. Okay. Here is 40. Okay, I'm going to show you how the container looks like. So this is the entrance of the container, right? And this is how your room would look like.
Okay, it's only a room, nothing more than that.
No, and there is also, I'll show you. I mean, you have a workplace here, shelf, your TV, internet, and then you have also, just a minute, this container is bigger than it seems. It fits 48,000 bananas. If you eat one in a day, it could eat those for 132 years. Okay. Wait, but
Toilet, open the toilet.
Yes, sorry. Yeah, and see, here you have the bathroom, right? Okay, and also the toilet and all. So, I mean, a family or for a couple. Yeah, thank you, sorry.
10 दिन का 40,000 बहुत महंगा है.
नहीं कितना?
7 days का 7 for 28,000 ना?
हाँ, मतलब एक दिन का 50 ये बोल रहे हैं, but I'm saying that 50 ज्यादा है, obviously. मुझे नहीं लगता इधर कोई, but I just showed you anyways as I walked in. But we have other hostels here which take only 10 euros. So 10 euro is 85 or let's say 90. So yeah.
Clevas, what is in that pastries and the cake shop? Just show it to us.
Yes, definitely. I mean, you can see some chocolates. Okay.
Yeah, just hold it there.
Yes. Sure. Don't worry.
Eat some for us also and remember us and eat it.
Yes, definitely.
After we leave our baggages in the hotel room, we are going to come here.
Yes, definitely. And see, this pantry is available when you live here in the hostel. This pantry is available, so you can come anytime. You can make your coffee or other things. You can warm up your food.
Mr. Clevas,
you can cook.
Excuse me, this is Colin here. You have been walking for almost an hour and a half.
Yes.
You must be tired by now. Why don't you take a glass of water at least?
No, I'm okay because see, it's a beautiful day.
Really nice that you've been doing this.
Thank you very much.
You should at least drink a glass of water.
Okay, let me take thank you very much for being so considerate. Let me take a glass of water here. And thanks.
By the way, how do they pronounce Tanan Vagahara, Clevas Tuscano?
Yeah, they say Tanan Vagahara, right?
Correct?
Yes, absolutely.
Thanks very much.
So, thank you very much. And generally they say, I mean, Estonian is considered as one of the most difficult languages in the world, just to give you a small example. Because in English, German, Hindi, Marathi, all the languages, even that I know, generally we say one word, let's say water. Water means water. I give you water, please give me water. Water was given to her. Water always remains water. Water is black in color. But in Estonian, for example, water is called as vesi. But the moment you say, vesi. But the moment you say for please, they say palun.
Correct.
But the moment you say please, water please, like in English or in German or in Hindi, here when you say, you cannot say palun vesi. You have to say palun vet, V-E-T. So vesi becomes vet, V-E-T. So the form changes quickly.
Correct.
So most of the sentences you will have different forms. So some of the, these forms change up to 14 times, 1-4.
Okay.
It's really tough.
Yes.
So you mean that the
Yeah, it
forms of
is.
the nouns change instead of what happens with
Yes,
verbs
yes.
usually in English?
Correct. I mean, also there are verbs being changed, but also you say, I go to Bombay, I live in Bombay, or I live in Goregaon. Here what happens is, when you say Bombay, but if you say, I live, if Bombay is on hill, then they will add Bombay, means they will add L at the end, which we don't know because it is a hill. So you don't know by just city whether it is a hill or not. So I mean, obviously, it is if you get into that. But my daughters who came here by just knowing English, now today they speak much better Estonian and in a typical Estonian accent by being in kindergarten, and they also picked a few words of Russian with their classmates also. So they speak and they teach me and my wife some Estonian. Whereas we have been learning here, what happens in Estonia is that everybody speaks very good English, especially in capital because of IT. So then you get a little lazy and you feel like, okay, forget, I mean, English works. What happens in Italy, France and Germany, you have to speak local language because nobody would speak other languages. That's the difference.
If you can also let us know, I think in 2015, the land was this Livonia and Estonia was dedicated to Virgin Mary by Pope Innocent III in 1215.
Right.
So it was the 800th anniversary, right? And that was celebrated in one of Talent's Roman Catholic cathedrals.
Right. We have St. Paul and Peter's Cathedral. Yes, so we generally go there on Saturday.
St. Peter and Paul Cathedral.
Correct. So we go there on Saturday evening for the Mass because then the Mass is in English. Otherwise, the rest of the time, then the Masses are in Polish or Estonian or Russian. Yeah. Excuse me. Wabandage, where can I keep this glass? Just leave it here.
Yeah. Just leave it.
So thank you very much, Suraita and Nagemis and here the Nadala Vahetust. Yeah, bye. Here Daiga. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sorry. Yes, so this is how it is. It's very safe. Believe me, I've been traveling to countries like Germany, Switzerland, Austria, Italy. But this place, let's say Finland, Scandinavia, Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, I could call them the safest countries in the world. I mean, here I have seen also there was one girl who had come from Agashi last year. And she was so much fascinated and she liked the freedom that she and her friend, they were walking. They had come from her company. It was the biggest delegation from India. Around 150 of them had come from a CA firm from Bombay. And they were walking even at 2 a.m. in this old town. Okay. And she told me that it is so safe for ladies also. I mean, obviously, I said the bus driver, the taxi, train driver, your hairdresser, your shop manager, waitresses, everybody is a lady here. So it is so safe here that, I mean, it's great. Great place for your children to have education. Great place for your family to grow here because of the safety that you can have. It's all awesome, definitely awesome. Yes, I'm just going to quickly show you startup hub where there are a lot of startups who work there, and let's see if they're open. I hope they should be open. You can quickly have a look, and this is a hub for startups where most of the startups work. And if you remember, I was there in that old town there. From there I walked here, so you are very well connected again in Tallinn. Yes, if you have any questions you can ask for sure. Meanwhile,
I guess this is one side tour we don't want to end.
yes, definitely. I mean, even I'm happy to show.
To go for a startup, is there any particular procedure and any investment, minimum investment that has to be made?
No investment. But only thing is, see, there are two types of companies, as you rightly said. One is a normal company, which is like normal any other. and second is a startup. So when you say that my company is a startup, it has to be evaluated by a startup committee here. Okay. So we will help you. If your company is a startup, we will help you to file application and to get it reviewed. So the moment they say yes, it is a startup, the best thing is that immediately you and your family get 5 years of residence permit. You don't have to even apply for a visa. You get 5 years of residence permit. You get free healthcare for you and your family. You get free education for your children and free public transportation for your family. Okay. So what else you could ask? And all you have to show is monthly, sustenance of 200 euro, which is very, very low actually, because with that, you cannot actually survive with 200 euros in a month with your own family. But they just ask you to show 200 euro.
That is hardly 17,000 rupees. 17,000.
Right. Correct. With that, you cannot even survive in Borivali, right? If you live in an apartment. So that's all they ask. So I was there in the old.
Before we go ahead.
Yeah, please.
Before we go ahead, I request everybody to unmute for a second. Just 5 seconds. Unmute everybody for 5 seconds and give a big clapping applause to Clevas for walking so much for us.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you very much. So, yes, I'm in the one startup hub. Okay, one thing, this is called as Lift 99. And, this is where a lot of startups, let's say you are a one-man company, you can take your free desk here and apply, work from here. They have coffee machines, they have Wi-Fi, and a lot of other entrepreneurs working from here. Also, one common thing what I want to tell you between India and Estonia is that whenever you go to most of the offices or you go to people's house, you take off your shoes, like in India. So even I'll have to take off my shoes. One moment. If they open. One moment.
One and a half lakh. Three countries.
Finland. Shooting. And okay, I would like to show you something very interesting. See, as you can see that you can take off your shoes and you have the local shoes here, which you can wear, because here, like in India, they don't like you to wear your shoes on. Okay. So this is, the public area here, and then I will quickly show you. This is how they have some of the, networking area, or you can have, say, for example, place to sit and work. If you want to take a call, you can take a call here. And for example, a conference or meeting room.
It is like working co-spaces, right?
Yes.
Co-working
yes.
spaces.
Right. Correct. So this this lowers your cost. For example, you don't have to hire your own office or something. You can just have a flexible desk, and you see a lot of people here. There are a lot of events happening, and some of the companies here and all that I can show you. And for example, some of the startups or Estonian companies, which are present here. So we'd like to show you. See. So these are some of the startups.
Bolt and Skype are Bolt is a unicorn.
Yes, Bolt
is Estonian unicorn along with Skype. Skype is also from Estonia.
Yes, absolutely. And the next unicorn is this one. The next unicorn is TransferWise. And then we have next unicorn. There are 4 unicorns, but the 4th one I cannot see here. They are not mentioned here. But anyways, so that is Playtech. Yeah. So this is how it is. You have a ping pong table to play, some other co-working spaces, and so a lot of other things that happen from here generally. So yeah, one very cool thing I would like to show you. In Estonia, we have this robo. I will send you some link. You can order your food at your home with this robo. So like you order your Ola or Uber at home in India, you can order a food, let's say from a pizza from nearby restaurant. They put in this, with this. See, it goes in this, you close it, they close it, and it comes from the road, from that restaurant, all the way by itself to your place. Okay, and robotized delivery is there, completely unmanned, and it's quite common. Yeah.
What is the robo called? Please, can you say once
This
again?
is, yes. If you can just, even on YouTube, if you put now, it is called as, just a minute. It is called a starship. It is called a starship. Star, like we have star. Yeah, starship. So it is called a starship. So if you just YouTube starship, you'll see some videos there.